Let's see how to. Let's see how to. Hello, folks. Um, Trying to get things set up here. OBS seems to have not want to do what it usually does. Been a while since I've been able to stream. Had a lot of things going on. So we're going to try to get back into it a little early today because just taking care of some things and have a little free time here. So episode 37 of our Return to Necesse playthrough. Last time we set up some traps. I never used traps before. But one of the achievements we have is trying to kill a raider. I have to kill a raider with a trap. So we got to defeat the fallen wizard with 5 dragons alive. And we have to kill a raider with a trap. So last time I think we bumped the we bumped up to occasionally versus often, and we actually missed one. We were off killing a monster or one of the bosses, I believe, and I didn't even realize that we were getting raided. But I set this barrier up here in hopes that a raid will come in and they'll come this way and they'll start getting hit. I put mud here to slow them down, and maybe they'll take enough damage here. But if raid is coming, what I'm going to do is knock this one down, and fill this up. And it kind of forces them to come from one direction or the other. So I'll watch to see which way they're coming from. Oh, and then the other thing, going through the excursions, we picked up the Dawn, a complete set of Dawn armor. And we had just enough upgrade shards left to upgrade it to tier 5. Because we already had the Dusk armor. You can see here, the Dusk armor is good for magic and summoning. 2 of the 4 attack methods. But the Dawn armor is good for melee and ranged, the other 2. And you can see I've got the bow here and the cryoglaive here. I've got the dagger here, which is melee, so I'm pretty much a melee ranged anyway, so that's why I've been looking for this. We finally got it. We were building up pieces of it through defeating the Sun Champion, but then one of the tablets we got for the Fallen Altar ended up having the whole set. So we got lucky with that. And as you can see, it's good for daytime. And then the dust set obviously is good for nighttime. So here, this is what it looks at nighttime, like at nighttime, but in the daytime it looks this purple color. Whereas with the dawn set, since it is daytime, it looks like this, and then when it goes nighttime, it'll look like the lava rock. So it's black and red. It's a really dark one. So nighttime is when the raids tend to come. And we're at noon right now. And the more I thought about the traps, even though I set it up this way, I don't think it's going to end up working here. Most people, from what I've seen, they set up these mazes and they try to get they try to set it up where you go down this way, go over, go up, go down, go up, right? And kind of meander that way. We might end up having to do that, but I thought, well, I'll start off this way and just see if we can do it. And then, but because we got this dawn set, we haven't fully set the trinkets. So basically everyone I have so far is doing something like the increased movement speed here. That's this guy. And so I've got that. I'm going to have to spend money to enchant all of these. I need to find one of these skying mirrors. I don't think I have another one of those, and that would allow me to have 2 dragons. While it says 4 here, each dragon takes up 2 slots. But notice the dragons do 515 points of damage. If I'm running the the dusk, then you can see I've gone a little heavier on the, you get +2 max summons here, so I can have 7, which is 3 dragons. But if I drink a minion potion, then that'll turn into 8, so I can have 4 dragons. So that's pretty cool. So, this guy doesn't even have the manica. It's a shirt and a vambrace that you merge. So it's this shirt and a vambrace that you merge for the manica. So let's see. I've been doing damage here. So I want to do, I think, yeah, these I need to merge. If I merge this one and this one, I get the merger of those 2. Yeah, which is this one. It takes a balanced foci and a frost flame. I get that, put that there. So not only does it increase all damage dealt by 15%, it takes the frost flame thing, which is attack slow the target and deal damage over 5 seconds. Okay. Now, the question is, do I really want to have another dragon and have a skying here, or do I want to use, because this gives you projectile and critical chance, this gives me the movement speed, but I've already got movement speed here, so I don't think I need that. So if I don't do the skying mirror, but I do this here, let's see, I think, pretty sure we looked through here and I don't have a skying mirror. Let's see here. Also the vambrace. I need to look to see if vambraces. Nope. I need to start selling some of this stuff too. That's for damage. I don't think I have another chain shirt either, but that's easy enough to make. Now the ninja's mark might actually be good because when you hold the, like if I'm holding my glaive, see here's normal walking speed. Now you see how things slow down when I'm trying to attack versus that. And if I have this, I think it makes it look like basically, yeah, see, it's like, nope, I get to go at the exact same speed as just a normal walk. Almost. It's a little slower, it looks. Oh no, that was in the mud. That's right. Yeah. So the ninja's mark is nice for that, but I'd much rather have the resilience. So I don't think I want to do that. go ahead and put that back. So have not run across a van brace. Pretty sure I don't have one. Lots of crimson skies. So, no. Yeah, so I don't have a van brace. Now I should be able to make the chain shirt. Yeah. So I got that. So that gives me 30 additional resilience. And resilience is basically early hit points. So this thing turns half your health into resilience. And then this gives me more resilience. And so this is what goes down first as far as health. And then if this gets to 0 and you take damage, then it'll start taking your health out. But this can rebuild as well. So like when I use the glaive, I can rebuild my resilience at 2.6 per hit, I believe. I think it's per hit. So we're going to need a couple of van braces. I'll go with that for now. So let's see. I need... No, don't go away. I got plenty of gold. So now I need to enchant all of these. And I'm looking for tough. So we're just spending money. There we go, tough frozen soul. That gives me plus 10 max resilience. And so what I try to do is I want to get all of these set up with max resilience. So it's just a matter of having the money to spend the money and randomly enchanting. There, it took 12 times to get it there. Tough, okay. I'm pretty sure we did. No, we haven't even done the armor yet either. Oh, okay, we got to do that. Even though this is resilience gain, I still want to have the resilience itself. Okay, that's nice. In 3. We started at 700k, so we're already down 21k. You can see, depending on the level of the trinket, you know, it's much cheaper here per, but... Oh, nice. Pretty fast on these last 3, I mean. Oh, good. I love it when you get it on the first time. Let's see, let's lock all these into place. We still need this guy. Oh, nice, okay. And now the actual armor. Now, the armor, since this is tier 5 armor, you see it's an empowered enchant. So when I get tough on this, instead of being plus 10 resilience, it'll actually be plus 20. So enchanting it gives me plus 10, but because this is tier 5 on a complete tier 5 armor set, I'll get the it'll turn into plus 20. And this is why I don't necessarily have to go get a van brace, but notice that took 2,000, a little over 2,000 every time, and it took what, about 10 times there? So I've lost 52,000. So another 2,000 there. Okay, only lost 8,000 there, but notice that plus 20. And the shoes. And okay, 16,000 there. So we built our 200 and whatever it was, 245 up to 385. Let's see. And so now here you can see I'm at 1775 and 440 because I have the an additional 20 resilience here. 20%. I mean, no, 20. And so here that would give me, that would up me up to 3 to 405. So let's see, what's the difference? All of these are plus 10s. Oh, it's the armor itself. This armor, no, is it? There's 25 resilience there, 35 resilience there, and 15 resilience there. But on the Dawn set, on the Crystal set, here's 40 resilience. This is resilience gain. And there's no resilience there. So that's the difference. It's the difference in what this gives me, which was 40. And the Crystal set gives me 25 plus 35, that's 60. Plus another 15, that's 75. So that's the 35 difference. Okay. And then the Dusk, I'm only at 345 because this is more about summoning and getting summons. Sort of magic and summoning. So you're not getting the resilience from this magical set. But resilience is actually very important, I think, if you're running a magic or summoning set. So, okay, so we need 2 vambraces, maybe a scrying mirror, but we could always just pop this one scrying mirror over if we decide we're going to run, get all this locked in place. I don't know why it's not locked. Yeah, I could always say, yeah, take this away and put that scrying mirror over here, because you can see here I get 2 dragons. Let's say goodbye to you. So I get 2 dragons there because I have 4 slots. If I come over here, I can actually get 3, but then again, if I drink a minion potion, I'll get 4th. But if I come over here, well, I'm only got 3, so I can only have 1 dragon. So here I'd have to either have the scrying mirror or drink a minion potion right here. So, let's see, what do I have for food? I've got plenty of food. Okay, I gotta keep watching that lower left. When it comes up purple, I need to always look to see if it's going to be raiders. I could set it to often as well. That's one thing, since I've bumped it from rarely to occasionally. That's not what I want to do. Put you there, and I'm keeping these here just because if I do get raided, I need to have those readily available to come mine this, fill that, mine that, and then whichever side the raiders are coming from, right? I'll take one of these away. Like if they were coming from the right, I'd go knock this down and put 4 here, and that should tell them, oh, there's an opening. Okay, we're going to come that way, even though it's got traps. Now, let's see, the Fallen Wizard. We've still got plenty of time. It's evening. Now it's evening. I could, if I switch over to the Dusk set, see, I think I'm set on potions. Everything should be good there. Yep. Because the dragons is one of the first things the Fallen Wizard will bring out. Now, if I go over to where the fallen wizard is. The one difference with the fallen wizard is you don't have to call him. You don't have to have a little, like to call Sage and Grit, you have to have one of the little items that would call him. See, look at that. These worms come, my dragons. They're so powerful. When you go higher, you lose. It's kind of an average, right? So with the 2, I could, there was 515 damage, but with the 3, it's 421 damage per. So let's see if I go this way. Hop on the bloom, I think. Nope, not that way. This way. I think, yeah, we go up because that was another room with a chest. That's a room with a chest. And this is all to get to the fallen wizard. Chest, that was the secret room that we found. Or it's the room that had a secret painting. Okay, here's the wizard. Now we'll take our banners. I'm tempted to not even have my dragons out. Because it's a timing thing where in order to kill this guy with the dragons out, it's going to be early. Because he brings them out like the very first, cycles through his 3 or 4 things, and then brings the dragons back out. Well, so for me, it's kind of like you got to be right near the death blow when he brings the dragons out. And part of that is, well, these guys are always going to be attacking him. So if I just go to 1 and just try to do it on my own, basically, I just want to see if we can do this. We'll buff up. Take the lower damage of the dagger. Now it's nighttime, so that's why my armor changed. So actually I'm not getting the bonus now. That's why I was going to come in and do this. See, I'll still do this just in case. That way, you know what? Let's see. Here's what we do. We start off like this. Let's see, because I know I'm not going to get him first. Let's get this going first, take him down, and then try to bring my dragons in. Maybe we'll do it that way. Excuse me. And basically, as soon as you attack him, he's going to say, oh, okay, we're at battle. So he brings his dragons out here. Now he's going to shoot the big laser. That's that thing. Then he shoots these dragons, and then he does that. Okay, now let's see here. No, see, I missed it. But I'm okay with the amount of resilience and everything I've got. I just need to get that killing blow while these dragons are out. Alright, so I'm not there yet, so take him down a little bit more. Maybe I can just do it this way by myself. Maybe that was the trick. Nope. So I got him, but I just didn't have him far enough down. And I probably should have switched to my dragons right then and just said, here, go get him. But it's a timing thing for me. So, okay. So we know we can get close with even without my dragons. That was a good test. That's a good test. Get my banners back. And so we got tier 1. I got so many of these tablets. We've got so many of those. I've got so many. There's not just tier 4s and tier 5s in here. There's some tier 3s now because I've got so many. Because this is full up with tier 2s and tier 3s. And then my tier 1 tablet box is full. My tier 2 tablet box is full with some tier 1s in there, right? So I got so many, it's ridiculous. So if I ever decide to grind all these, the problem is you grind your tablets, you're going to get 3 or 4 or 5 tablets from most of the excursions. So you use one to get 4 or 5. See, that's the steep cave snow. So that's the cryo queen. You know what the heck. Oh, that's just the gateway. That's a hunt. So we'll bring these guys in to protect me. Forgot about that guy. I may not even put the banners down. Let's bring out the hunt. So this should attract them all. That's what this guy does. It's the banner of war. It basically just attracts all the enemies. And they want to come in here and knock that thing down. And you can pretty much just stand here. Let them come in, and you'll notice the progression bar here. Okay, this is a Crawlmageddon. So all the enemies that come out, they're gonna, as you kill them, they're gonna have little crawling zombies with them too. But notice how they're running towards that thing. They're trying to defeat, or trying to knock that banner down. And nothing happens. If they do get it and knock it down, then you can pick it right back up. It's not like it gets destroyed and you have to go do something to replace it. So my little game inside the game is to try to not let them get it, you know? Like capture the flag or king of the mountain, right? So you can see it's getting a little bit of damage, but I like to try to make it to see if I can get to the 100% without them even knocking it down one time, which I think we're gonna do. Yeah, okay. And once you complete the hunt or the extraction for the other style, they start leaving. So it's almost as if, oh no, you're too powerful for us, we're leaving. Now I should farm this place for all the shards, but I've pretty much gotten all the shards I need, right? I've tier 5 armored and weaponed up my, well, not my entire settlement, but 10 of my people, because that's one of the achievements. Let's see. Let's just try to take the queen out without, well, we'll do food again. We don't need it. We'll just buff up. And I'll let my dragons kind of take care of them. We'll see if this is tier 1, so they should be. It's a matter of them trying to catch up to her, though. But you can see she's already down 10,000. So the tier 1 bosses are pretty easy based on the fact that I've got now tier 5 armor and all of that. So it goes pretty quickly. The thing to do now would be actually, mine for the upgrade in the alchemy shards, right? So there's some upgrade shards. The nice thing about the treasures in the excursions is you basically just get gold or the greater versions of the potions. Right, so greater mining potion there. I mean, a mana potion. At the edge there. Wow. Usually you get about 150 shards of each type per excursion, with about 125 of those coming from mining, right? Just spread out throughout the area. And then when you kill the boss, you're going to get some. Wow, there's not a lot on this side. I don't want to waste a spelunking potion. Here's some. All right. So that's the alchemy shards. There. Oops. So I could certainly just kind of, go through here and spend the time to go get it. The nice thing about the excursions is the map is not really big. It's this big. You can see just going up and down. This is just a small portion of what your typical cave systems are under each island. A cave might end up being this big. And you're just a small piece of it, but this is the whole cave. So there's going to be a lot of shards this way and this way since we haven't run into many on this side. But again, I'm not going to worry about it. And I may do that for all my tier 1s. I may do that off stream and just say, let's knock out these tier 1s. So we've completed that. Now here's the kicker. I just got one tablet there, one tablet there, another tablet. So I just got 4 tablets for 1. The important thing out of the excursions is these essences. You can't mine for these. You have to kill the boss to get the essence. So that's important for that aspect. Get rid of this distraction. Go put that over here. Nope. I have to decide what I want to do there. And just give me about 30 seconds, chat, maybe a minute. I need to go check on something. Dog's barking at the breeze, I guess. Making a racket. Okay. Let's see. Okay, no purple that says Raiders. Okay, good. We didn't miss Raiders this time. Let's see. Go check down here. So here you can see I don't have a lot of upgrade shards because I've been upgrading everybody, but I still got plenty of the alchemy shards. And the alchemy shards are used. You can take a greater health potion and turn it into a superior health potion. So a health potion restores 50 health, a greater health potion restores 75, and a superior instantly restores 100. So you can see it takes one alchemy shard to upgrade a greater health potion to a superior, along with a greater health potion, obviously. But when you get into these with the battle buffs, the combat buffs, and the utility buffs to go to the greater versions, notice how it takes 4 alchemy shards per potion, and you can only get a greater version of these buffs. So, like, if you wanted thorns, but you wanted greater thorns, then it would take. Let's see, can I do, what have I got here? So like here I got thorns. Yeah, I guess you can't do the greater version of that, but here the battle potion, you can do the greater battle potion. Yeah, so if I had a battle potion, which I do, I've got some number of them, or I could make some number of them, and then I could turn that battle, each one I make there, I could turn that into a greater battle potion. And instead of getting 10% increased damage, you get 15% increased damage. So it's good to be able to do that. And I got to the point where it's like I can make so many of these. I could basically make 100 of each of these or 50 of each of these, and then turn them into the graders as well. So I've used about half the alchemy shards that I've ever gotten. But I've used all my upgrade shards. And then the essences are here. These essences are important for making certain things, crafting, like turning your void, or turning your potion bag or your potion pouch into a potion bag. Your pouch only has room for 10 items, but the bag has room for 20. Same with ammo. Ammo has room for 10, but with a ammo or pouch, but a bag gives you room for 10 slots. So, and then the void bag you get, let's see, did I get that? Yeah, I think you get that from defeating one of the bosses, which doubles your, the void pouch is 20 slots, but the void bag's 40. So that's how you increase all your storage sizes of things. Okay, tier 2, tier 1, tier 1. See, even here, just going around and doing some extracting stuff, it looks like these are all hunts. Yeah, these are all hunts. And it's, again, I don't really need them. So, now man, we got a bunch of these. I didn't realize we've been collecting so many of these boss drops. So these are the things that call the bosses. That's all the wiring. If we want to start doing more and more with the traps that I've been collecting, So I think I'm gonna end up having to do a maze, but again, I just kind of want a raid to happen to see if they're gonna come down here, and if I could just kill one raider with the traps, then it completes that achievement. And then we just got to go kill the fallen wizard when he's got five of his dragons flying around. So, because I have so many of these things, let me see here. Just take this. I'm not using you for anything, am I? No. Okay, I'm not using you guys for anything. This is where I started storing stuff that I didn't want to keep, and I was going to eventually just decide to sell, like all these stupid vinyls. And these pet things I don't need. What I'm thinking is storing these tablets down here. Like this will be tier 1s, tier 2s, tier 3s, tier 4s, tier 5s. Because I basically just created myself a little vault down here underneath. Right? Because I don't need to do anything in this cave, but it's like, okay, it's a basement, right? You can't go there. So I don't need you then. And let them put those back. Yeah, so I kind of just, I want to make room. Let's see, first off, let's go ahead and do this. Put you guys there. We're going to go ahead and get these vinyls. I don't care about these pets. They're cosmetic. They don't do anything for you. It's not like they help fight and protect you and all of that. So it's purely cosmetic. And for me, all that means is it's a distraction if I'm sitting there in the middle of a fight. Now I have a merchant chest. This is a mod. It basically performs the same job as what the pawnbroker is. You put things in here and it'll just every second it ticks it down. So you can see this is ticking down. And for each seed I sell, I'm getting 1 gold. Now if I take these vinyls, swap you around, you'll see I'm getting 50 gold per. And again, just kind of clicking right off. So I think, yeah. Quite a bit more for the pets. But convenient here for me to be able to have this and just say, okay, just sell this stuff. I need to check my flowers and everything because this is my cash crop. I use this to make gold by selling to the farmer and the alchemist. But what that does is clear this out for me. That's tier 1s. Tier 2s, Tier 3s. Okay. Let's take all of these. And we'll come down here and put Tier 1s. The beauty of the tablet is if you want to do the auto push to inventory, if I actually have a tablet box, which I think I could put it down here, it will automatically go into a tablet box if you put tablets in there. But it's okay. This is kind of the normal way anyway. So let's take all of these, dump them in here. I think there's some Tier 1s here too. Lots of Tier 1s. Okay. I should have sorted to keep them all same styles. These. Let's do this. Let's bring those in first. Bring you guys out. Okay. And then that means just these guys. Okay, we'll do that. And then this was all Tier 2s? Yes. Okay. That'll fit. All Tier 2s. Whoops. Tier 2, Tier 2. Okay. More Tier 2s. It'll still fit. Okay, so that's Tier 1s, Tier 2s. Now, we don't have many Tier 3s and Tier 4s. Or Tier 4, Tier 5s, that is, but let's just take these. Come back for you. I think this is, there might be a Tier 2er in here. A couple of Tier 2s in here. These are all Tier 3s. Okay. But I think we got all the Tier 2s, right? Looks like it. Okay. And this should be Tier 4s, Tier 5s. Which we did complete getting the Tier 4 or Tier 5 Sun Champion and the Tier 5 Moon Dancer. And they were definite battles. See that right there. Okay. But that was an achievement. A lot of crystals. Wow. And then these are all, should be all Tier 5s. Notice the Tier 5s, you get a bonus plus like a complete set of armor most of the time. Here you actually get the frost hat and the frost, or the, well, no, it's a gold crown. Okay. But here's a complete set of Tier 4 Void for the mask, robe, and boot. So the mask is good for magic, I believe, or summoning. But you also get a ninja hood when you kill the boss. So, you know, all random, and you can upgrade these. So I could take Tier 1s and turn them into Tier 2s. But pretty sure. Let me see something. Pretty sure that something in the notes had said, hey, you can upgrade these to Tier 5 or higher. Like, there is nothing higher than a Tier 5. So I'm wondering if that's a note that, because this is still technically early release for this game. Oh, that's right. I don't upgrade here. Down here. I think we looked at this once, but so like Tier 5, on my weapon, it says, no, you can't upgrade that. So, should be the same here. Ooh. I did not know that. There is a tier 6. Interesting. Interesting. Now this totally re-rolls everything. It keeps it as a Snow Deep Cave extraction tablet, but it will re-roll the types of basically it'll just re-roll this whole thing. So yes, you can go higher than tier 5 with excursion tablets. So let's see. Let's bring these upgrades over. Now, if I upgrade this, it keeps it as a Snow Deep Cave extraction, converts it from a tier 5 to a tier 6, has new random modifiers, new random rewards. And that's what we saw when we were upgrading from tier 1s to tier 3s to try to get tablets that had the dusk pieces of armor and the dawn pieces of armor. So now the kicker here though is I don't need, you know, I've already done the achievement where I have 10 of my settlers in a tier 5 weapon and tier 5 armor set. So my 4 guards are using Crimson Skies and they have Night Steel masks for ranged critical chance and damage. So I force them into that. And then I have my miners and my explorers in melee armor, and I had let them take whatever weapon they wanted. So I really ought to change these 2 range to melees. And then I had Francis the Mage. I gave Francis a set of the crystal armor that I have for my tier set 1. And should have my pirate. Yeah, my pirate here is in tier 5. And he had chosen this magic staff, and so I ended up giving him the magic armor. So I haven't upgraded the animal trainer or the gunsmith, the alchemist, the hunter, the angler, either angler or the elder. The elder doesn't actually count when you're doing quest. I had upgraded his armor and the archer or the pirate's armor to tier 5, and then it was like, yeah, there's 10 people in your party, but I wasn't getting the achievement. And then I thought, oh, it's because the elder won't go on the adventure with you. He can be in your party on the island, but he won't go on the adventure with you. And sure enough, when I took him out and replaced him and gave that person, which was Francis, a set of tier 5 armor and weapons, boom, got the achievement. So next thing I ought to do is get all of these others in tier 5 armor and tier 5 weapons, and then, you know, then my entire settlement is fully decked out. Because what I'm thinking is when the raiders attack, I'm not going to have any of them in a battle party for me. Interesting. Let's see, Swamp Deep Cave. So that's the fallen dude. What do we have here? Well, it's all, yeah, it's all tier 1. I don't want the extraction. Nick the guard has arrived. See, I need you guys. And I need to put you guys up. there. We're looking on food for everybody. Got plenty. I'm gonna take this. Put that in here. Oh yeah, I wanted to check my flowers. I think we sold everything at the end of the stream. Yeah, I try to keep 3 to 4 stacks of this. Well, it's going to have 2 per, right, so I've got extra there. Yeah, but I've got 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. These are the major things I'd sell. Yeah, pretty sure I sold. I've got plenty of stuff. You can see this is expiring because I'm not cooking, and I've got a couple of folks that cook. Well, there's plenty of food here for the team, for the settlement to eat. So I'm overproducing food for sure. Just in this garden that I have, which is one of everything, is in this garden all the way around. And each one has about 7 to 8 of the crops. Here I've got more corn here, and then a lot of ice blossoms here since they're used for maintaining the freezers, and a lot of coffee here, but that's because originally I had flowers here and here, and then ended up making the cash farm on the outside. So let's see, make the guard. Now I could certainly grow the size of my place here. Oh, I need to go tear down that. And this, because I'm pretty sure I hired the hunter and who lived here, and one of my 2 anglers is the one that came from here. And I've been meaning to say, well, since you've come living in the city, I need to destroy that house here. I'm pretty sure Henrietta was the one that had been here. And then this hunter, Dale, pretty sure Dale was that hunter over there, so. So let's take all this down. Because I kind of want to terraform the whole island. That's a long-term goal. You know, basically we defeated the main game, and then we went on to the excursions, and before I knew that there was a tier 6 capability, like, well, you need to kill every boss at a tier 5, which I haven't done yet. We've got what I'd consider 2 of the harder bosses, which are the Sun Champion and the Moon Champion, or Moon Dancer, forget what they're called. So I do want to make, you know, I do want to go ahead and defeat those other bosses. But the other thing I want to do is, in the adventure journal, even though I have found every single item, I don't think it said, let's see, Crystal Dragon. So there's still a vinyl, apparently, that the Crystal Dragon can drop that I have not found. That's why it's colored black. But since I found everything in the game and got that achievement, how is this not showing up? That's what I don't understand. But I need to kill the Crystal Hollow more. I need to kill the Moonlight Dancer more until I get a vinyl drop there. The Sun, I've got, it only had the one vinyl, so I've got it. The Spider Empress, there's a vinyl there. In the Graveyard, the Night Swarm, got everything there. The Mother Slime, got everything there. Deep Desert. Sage and Grit, we've got everything. I think I've got everything on these levels. All right, Force, the Reaper, we've got them. The Cryo Queen, we've got them. Pest Warden, we've got them. Sage and Grit, got them. Mother Slime, got them. That. Okay, so up to Graveyard, we got everything. So the Spider Castle, we still need a vinyl drop. Moon Dancer, we need a vinyl drop, and the Crystal Dragon, we need a vinyl drop. And then the biomes, I'm pretty sure there was one other that I'm missing here. Evil Protector, we got everything. Okay, Force Deep Cave. Got everything from the Reaper. Pirate, got everything. Snow Boss there. Snow Deep Cave from the Cryo Queen. Got everything there. The Fallen, or the Void Wizard, got everything there. Let's see, Swamp Cave. That's going to be the Swamp Guardian. Got everything there. Pretty confident we're missing one somewhere. Desert Surface, Desert Cave, Ancient Vulture, got everything there. Desert Deep Cave, Sage and Grit. Yeah, Sage and Grit. Still missing two of these things. Okay. The Temple is the Fallen Wizard. Got everything there, but we still have that achievement of killing the Fallen Wizard with 5 of his dragons. Okay, so Sage and Grit. Deep Cave. Deep Desert Cave, Sage and Grit. We still need 2 items. Okay. Let's first knock all this down. Clean up the island here. Been meaning to do this. Oops. I'm not going to keep any of this stuff, but let's just do this. So that gets those 2 old spots taken care of. And I'm not going to keep any of this stuff. Nope. Not even happy painting. Let's see, you guys. Banners need to go back in. Stands there. Okay. do like to keep halves. Nope. 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 Fuck you guys. No! Oh, shoot. I wasn't fast enough. Meant to look at it and say, okay, if it goes over there, boom, I'll save it, but nah, that's fine. It was only, wasn't that only a tier 1? I think it was. Let's see, that's not gonna go. Burn that up. Oops. Yeah, okay, you still got plenty of fuel. Okay. Tell you what, let's go set settings. We're gonna set that to often, just because I want to get rated, and check out the first attempt at the traps just for grins. I'm gonna take these doors down. They just never want to close them. But if you do take it down, if it becomes an open area, if it's raining outside, then all the noise you hear on the outside is still in this room. You know, like if I've got that. But if I have the door as soon as you enter in, it's like a quiet zone, so that's nice. But it's also irritating to hear them open, close, open, close, open, close every door around. Yeah, I am overproducing food, so what I really ought to do is go take one row of all of these out and just slow down on the food production. Yeah, I may do that. So I really don't need it. Just a matter of storage, and I've got plenty of that. Let's see, you guys. Okay, that was it. So you're gonna go there, there, here, and here. And lock you guys in place, which is what I should have done on that previous item on the tablet, but oh well. Let's see. That's so I'm gonna get all this single stuff sold off. That way it's just working down the seeds. Okay, let's see. Coming up on evening, so nighttime, maybe a raid? Who knows? Maybe. Eat some good old blueberries. Sustenance of life. But as you can see, I've got plenty of room here. And so if I decide to create a maze of traps, first you got to get the traps. You can't make traps. You have to go dungeon exploring, and every trap you come across, you need to go get. The best trap, I think the most powerful trap, is the dungeon void traps, which are these. And then the second best is basically flame traps. I don't think there's a difference between the cave type, whether it's a dungeon or a cave, and you get a flame trap. But these are definitely the most powerful I've ever run across, which is these voids. So now everything's wired up to a pressure plate here. So as they run across, that's why there's a gap in each one. Because if you put them side by side, the wire, when you connect it here, wants to auto connect over to here, even though you don't, you didn't tell it to. So, so that's why for now I've got them separated one apart. And again, that's kind of why they also do mazes, right? People will say, okay, we're going to bring them in here. So they'll come in here, they'll hit a point here, right? So they're enticed to come in, they hit a pressure trap, they start getting blasted. Then they come around here, they go up this way. Well, when they come back up, there's going to be a trap here pointing down, and then one pointing up, pointing down. So it's kind of, you try to get them to weave through that. Now, they've been making the raiders smarter and smarter, to where they're tail down walls and all that. Well, that's why I've got a 4 thick wall here, and I've got a lava barrier all the way around. So that should entice them to say, wait a minute, I see lava here, I see a thick wall here, ooh, I see an opening over here. Path of least resistance, they're going to try to come this way. And then when they do, they get hit by all of these things, right? But with my resilience, I'm barely taking damage. Well, the raiders won't have the resilience. They just have their health. It's still good health. They're pretty strong, but I don't know. And I could easily open this up, but the reason why it's like this, if I open this up and put the 4 thick wall here and made this all like space for them to come down, somebody's got to hit this pressure plate and it's got to send it off. Now, I could go put pressure plates, just stack pressure plates here and then have a 4 thick wall here and then just copper wire them all together. That way, when they're walking along, it doesn't matter. But the raiders are just like my settlers. When they see an opening like this, like if they're coming from this direction and they say, okay, hey, well, they like to do this. They like to hug the wall to wherever they're going. So for here, you expect them to hug the wall here. So they'll hit every single one of these pressure plates. But, it's consistent that the raiders and my folks will, they just like to hug the wall. I think you're out of range. Yeah, you're out of range. Oh, not there. Okay. Yeah, it is just out of range. It only, the area of protection for him only extends to there. So technically, I guess that's on that spot, so he could have seen him. So he's seeing him, but see, my wall here is stopping it. That's not a good thing. So that's one bad thing about these towers, which the towers are a mod. And I've only put in fire because it only does like 40 damage. And then my dagger just kills them. At the level of damage that this thing is, 172 melee damage per hit. It just kills the easy nighttime zombies. I don't really feel like grinding my tablets today, doing a whole bunch of excursions and finding the upgrade shards, but I am going to need it. Now, originally I was thinking I was going to need 1,000 shards per settler, because when I started upgrading some of my common stuff, like when I was upgrading this from common to tier 1, it took 40 shards, and then 60, then 80, then 100 or something like that, right? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 per piece of equipment, per weapon. So, it's roughly 250 shards per item. You had 4 items, so that's 1,000 shards. Well, as it turns out, the armor that you get from the excursions, this newer excursion armor, which is like this night steel armor or the spiderite armor or the other armors, it's half as much. So instead of spending 750 shards to upgrade these three things all the way up to tier 5, turned out it was only about 375. And then the weapon. So it was only about, 6,000 instead of 1,000. And back when I upgraded these 10, I had just enough shards to upgrade all of their armor and 4 of the weapons for 10 of my guards, because the other 6 weapons they first used were my weapons that I gave them, right? So I gave them my tier 5 Death Ripper. I gave them my tier 5. I gave one of them this tier 5 dagger. I gave one of them my tier 5 Venom Shower here and this thing. So that's how we got to the achievement of having 10 of your settlers have tier 5 armor and a weapon. And then you have to take an army of settlers out, and they have to be the only ones that cause damage to a boss to get that achievement, which we had to do twice, because the first time I went out, I buffed up my potions, but I forgot I had a Thorns potion in there. And so I technically could cause damage to the boss without even hitting him. If he hit me, Thorns, is automatically says, hey, you hit me, therefore I'm going to send you out, effectively Thorns and make it hurt. And unfortunately, since I had the Thorns potion, it was like, oh, well, when you get damage, you're putting damage back onto the boss. Realized that, and then redid the boss without that potion the next time. Okay, so Sage and Grit, we need them to drop the throwing weapon and a summoning weapon. Yeah, the summoning weapon. That's the skeleton one. Right, okay. I remember that now. Okay. So we're going to go, actually, I'm going to take this guy because you're the desert guy. It is nighttime. So for now, come into here. Was this my deep? Yeah, this is my deep cave ladder. Okay, but what I want to do, come over here. Actually, we'll just do this. Let's fly over to the village here. And I think I've got... no, I don't have any torches up here. Okay, we'll put one right here in the center. And the vulture, you can actually call on the outside, just like the evil protector. And I'm pretty much not going to worry about that guy. Because my dragons and the settlers here should take care of him. Yep, there we go. Okay. Okay, so now we come down here. So instead of using the waystone, just, might as well use that guy. Because we're not going down to the fallen wizard, since we already came in here and killed him. We're going to come over here. I'll still go ahead and set up these, even though really these are, well, you get these early on, so you can use them, you know, during the main game. It's not just an excursion thing. In fact, the battle flag you get from the Fallen Wizard. Let's see. So this is my magic. So I'm going to switch to my magic one here, just for grins, but I'm not really going to plan on using it. I'm going to take one thorn potion. We'll take this guy. I'm not going to buff my potions. But let these guys, let my dragons try to take Sage and Grit on. You can see they're pretty much going down fast. Sage is already down. Grit's going to be annoyed now, so he gets faster and harder. And dead. Okay. I'm not even looking at the rewards, but I want to try to get the summoning weapon and the whatever. So at this level, you know, you're just not even getting any damage. Another bow of dualism, that's good. It's pretty nice bow. Well, yeah, might help to put a better torch out there. Oops. Dragonland. Keep sending the little baby worm. Wow, Sage took all of that damage before Grit really even had any. So now Grit gets into that frenzy mode. Another Dragonlance. That's the bow of dualism. It shoots 2 arrows every time you shoot. Oh, nice. They both died at the same time. Okay. Eight seeds. Was there no drop from that, or did I pick it up from that thing? Okay. Got one more of these. Oh, okay. That's the throwing weapon, right? Okay. Yeah. And then there was a summoning, but that's... Go away, worm. Okay, there's still a summoning weapon. Right, so we got one more chance with the ones we had. Oh, no, we don't, because that was the summoning weapon. It just looks like it. Oh, okay. Shoot. Okay, so we did not get the Sage and Grit summoning weapon, so we still need that. Oops. A miner lost their life over here. What a shame. They dropped their iron sword. Okay, more beads, more bones. Just checking, there's no treasure dropped that we didn't see. Which I guess makes sense, because we got another bow of dualism, we got the rebound thing, and we got 3 dragon lances, right? Yeah, so we killed it 5 times, got those things. That was the vulture one. Okay. Now I think just making sure no raiders appeared. Yeah, and last time I was doing something like this, a bunch of raiders came, and my settlement defeated them, so I wasn't worried about it, because it's like, well, 10 of my settlers are going to be in tier 5 armor, and if they all showed up to defend the defense zone, they would automatically, all your settlers will automatically defend the zone you have them set up for. And basically I have them set up to go just to the edge of the gate. I lost no settlers. I saw nothing damaged, so they obviously repelled them. And but I didn't find any loot. That was the other thing. I'm like, so where did they kill them? Because they had to have killed them there, or they would have killed them if the raiders had come up the gates, but then I would have gotten that achievement, right? So it's like, well, they didn't come up that way. Oh, no, he's back. Okay. You know what? Let's just do it. Not even with flags. Now, see, the beauty of these guys is they'll go, when you have things, minions, when that guy goes and morphs himself, they just go chase after him. Okay, let's get it. With 5. With 5 dragons? Nope. Shoot. I think I saw 3, maybe 4. We were close that time. Okay, so there's some time delay where he'll respawn. That's good to know. I knew there was, I just don't know what it was. So we've been going for about an hour and a half, I think. So maybe call it an hour. So maybe he respawns every hour. That's good to know. Okay, what do we pick up? Let's see. Are you there? You should be there. We're going to put you there. Beet seeds couldn't care about. Let's see. I want to take you and look at you. Desert Deep. Go ahead and put you there. I don't know why they make flags different. It's like, why do 2 this way and 1 this way and 1 this way? It's like, I wouldn't have done it. I'm not OCD, but sometimes maybe I am. Well, that's not bad. Getting 600s, and that's just a tier 1? I mean, a tier 0? Now, you're limited. This is not, I think, like the dagger here, right? This homes in and can be thrown repeatedly. Well, yeah. So we know that, right? We can do this, but look, I'm getting 1400 because I'm a tier 5. But not bad, 600 damage. Now I could upgrade that and have this guy, but I think I'm limited if I shoot way out to here. Yeah, I can only get 4 out at a time, and then they start coming back. So, okay. I'm going to go ahead and put you over here. Frozen sauce, right? We had another frozen soul, so I can end up putting it here when I decide what I want to put here. Precise kinetic. Oh, that's not the... Yeah, that's not these others. Well, that's one thing I wanted to look at. See, I've got so many of these weapons and things, and it's like, what am I going to do with this antique sword? You know, obviously re-enchant it, but am I going to ever make it tier 5? Nah. You know, I was saving everything because I was going after the complete collector achievement, and then once I got it, I'm like, there's so much, like, I don't even need this ivy boots. Right, so these things I need to just sell. Don't need this. I'll keep the spider charm for now. That's kind of a cool. This is like the ammo box where it reduces arrow usage by 75%. So I could put this and say, hey, you're going to be only range. You're going to be just my bow. And I'll keep, like I keep the clave here as the, if I get in a tight spot. Or the dagger, because even though the dagger's melee, I kind of consider it, hey, it's ranged because I'm allowed to throw it, right? Because the boomerangs, it's melee damage as well, but you're allowed to throw it. The spear, you don't throw it, though. The javelin you do, the ice javelin. So, even though it's melee damage, I kind of treat those as, but they're ranged. But yeah, this armor I don't need. Then over here, the other, oops, naked. The other armors, these are the higher order armors, so these are what you get for the tier 1s. Now, this wasn't, so I could sell this. This was what I was going to make and give to my guards when I realized, oh, there's more armor with these excursions. So, so this demonic, even though it's tier 1, I really don't need that. I don't need this tungsten, but it's tier 2. Yeah. Let me do this. I mean, this is base, this is common, and this was common. This was tiered. All of this was tiered. Notice I ended up getting another set of the Dawn. We defeated the Sun. That's right. We had beaten the Sun Dancer twice to get the head and the boots. And then when we went after the tier 5 one and actually won, it dropped the chest. And then I got a tablet and it gave me an entire set. Like, great. But I kind of want to give this to the Elder. So I'll tier 5 this up and give it to the Elder. This was the last thing. These two items here, these two sets of armor, were the last two sets of armor, the last 6 pieces, and this kinetic boot that was here. Those were the last 7 pieces of the complete the engagement, or the achievement of collect everything. And I got those because I upgraded some tier 1 tablets, and by the time I upgraded them to tier 3 randomly, it was like, oh, tier 3, kill whatever, you get a complete set of the Arcanic, and you get a complete set of the Raven Lords, and then I think it was just one upgrade where I got the kinetic boot one. So that was nice. Okay, so that's all tiered armor that I've gotten from Excursion. So I'm going to keep that, but I'm going to eventually sell it out. Okay, let me do this then here. Open you up. Store you there. Okay. These are empty. And we're just going to go ahead and put that guy in there. It's not worth it for what you spent to make those, but you know, when I got 637,000 gold, it's kind of, who cares, right? Because I can make so much money just with the with the cash farm here. In fact, if we go back to that, I'll leave 2 there. Whoops. Sitting on the wrong, sitting on number 10 spot there. Let's see, I had, no, I did not. Okay, that's fine. Let's see, you're the gunsmith. Yeah. Where is my farmer? I see you. Don't see you. Ah, there you are. No, that's the animal keeper. Y'all are probably here. Nope. Where are we? Uh-oh. What are you doing over there? That looks dangerous. Why are y'all all stuck over there? No. Ping pong. It's the only thing I hate about the hoverboard and the mounts when you bounce into something. I haven't had anything. Why are y'all stuck over here? Okay, I come over here and you start running away? That makes no sense. What do you do? No. Nobody's tried to lock up here like this. Okay. Veteran, the explorer. Follow me. Keep going that way. We've been built up like this for a long time. And none of them have tried to get stopped up like that. That's right. Come on. Who are you? Bobby the guard. If I had more houses, I'd get a few more guards, but I don't need them. Okay, here are your orders. Here are our orders. Okay. Whoops. And so I know the iron helmets are my guards. That's my elder, that's my mage. Okay, where the heck are my farmer? Angler, explorer. Okay, there's the farmer. Where's my... Where's my alchemist? Wait for you anyway. Okay. Oh, come here. I want to sell you something. Sell you the wheat. And if you press shift, it'll sell 10 at a time. Instead of 1 at a time if you just click and hold. If you do click hold with the shift key, it'll sell 10 at a time and let you get through that. Okay. Equipment. Alchemist. Elvis. Where the heck are you? There you are. Okay, now I want to sell you all the flowers. And you capped at 5,000 per spot. But this is why I also don't worry about enchanting like I was doing earlier, where I dropped, you know, almost 50k of 50 or 70k of my gold to go enchant everything, because I just let my cash farm run here for a little bit and occasionally clean it out. And I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,000 right there, right? So 639. We're going to be close to 710,000. Yep. There we go. Okay. There are the orders. Go eat yourself some. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, since I do have a whole bunch of extra, I'm just going to go... Whoops, sorry. Oh, you're not even... Yeah, okay. I'm like, wait a minute. You couldn't have been my guy, because I can't harm any of my settlers. Once they become your settler, you can't harm them. So we're just going to take out one row of the farm, basically, on the internal farm for just to cut down. And occasionally they'll come back behind me and replant it. Oops. Oops. It's a matter of if that's where they were headed. They were headed to the one that I tried to take out, then they'll try to plant something in that one. Because they won't automatically plant in farmland if they just have a random seed and there's an open piece of farmland. They're not, the AI won't let them do that. You have to place it down first and then assign them the zone to work. And then when they go farm, there's a button there where you can say replant seeds or don't replant seeds. And of course I always have them replant seeds because I'm trying to have them do the farming for me. But again, we're sitting at, we've had such a huge farm that I've got everything limited in the freezer here to two stacks of everything. max of 2 stacks, right? So max stacks of each item is 2. And then, so that's how that goes all the way down to here in priority. So this is top priority, high priority, higher, or higher priority, high priority, whatever priority. And for some reason, one of these, it's like, they seem to not like this one. And I've actually torn it down, replaced it. I'm like, I don't get it. But they rarely get to being able to fill either one of these two. Some, you know, they get to here. Looks like here I don't have it stacked out. Yeah, I don't. So it's just, these kind of become the catch-all. So it's easy enough to go do this and say 2. And then that'll freak them out about this. They call that seeds. I just had a few of those. But notice how I've got 3 blueberries, 4 of these, all these sugar beets. They're going to start freaking out on me off sugar beets. So they're going to end up storing them here because this doesn't have the stack limit. So once they get to this point, somebody's going to freak out about it. Right there. Nope. Why are you putting food over here? Uh-oh. That's a priority thing then. Okay. Ooh, yeah, this is a mess. So this is a store everything with a low priority. This should be store lower priority. Yep. Okay. That's what that is. Okay. So that's a low priority. We're going to give you a low priority. Actually, we're going to give you a... Yeah, we'll give you low priority. I'm going to bump you up to a normal priority. That'll freak its little brain out. Because you should be a normal priority. Nope, you're low. Okay. I'm going to make you normal. Okay. Yeah, for some reason my boxes don't... Okay, that's high, that's higher, that's normal. So normal will get split between all of these. Let's see, if you were higher, we'll put you at high. And we'll put you at high. No, we'll leave you at normal. Yeah, so I've got a... So this basically has become a dump section. Yeah. Okay. Let's go clear all these out. Ooh. Yeah, that's where we put all the sugar beets. And I've got a lot of spoiled food now that I'm seeing that. Interesting. Okay. Need to do a little bit of settlement, inventory management here. Okay, good to know. Hadn't been paying attention to these back over here. Okay, still gonna take all of you, put you in there, top out all of these. That spoiled food should be going to the fertilizer spot too, so that's strange. Take these, don't need you. Don't really need the fertilizer, so we're going to end up just sticking you guys in here. Stick this spoiled food in here. Get it down here to the bottom. This stuff we definitely want to keep. Dump that. So all my priorities are kind of messed up here. Yeah, so these are just open, right? Low priority, but These are basically my overflow chest. Now, why are you going in there? You're low. You're low. Okay. Put you at lower. You were low. Put you at... No, you're low. Put you at lowest. Last. Put you at last. See, they go so fast that while you're filling them, while you're telling it do this in this box, they could be saying, "Oh no, no, you wanted it over here." See, so okay. Now that I've changed it up, why is it putting it in there? That's last. They kind of go crazy every now and then. Interesting. Okay, so they're now, okay, so now they're going over there. Okay. Still no raiders, man. Okay, let's just get rid of all that spoiled stuff. No telling what it was, but it's gone now. Who cares? Again, we got so much stuff here, it's ridiculous. So, and they've got plenty of food. Yeah, I've got one or two of these guys making stuff. And, like I made these frog legs, but we still got 22 hours on those, so I made a bunch of this roasted duck. Still got plenty of time on that, so they're not making more of those since I made over the limit that they're supposed to cook. Okay. Okay, so the animals wander in there, and my guys will get hurt, but again, they're strong. They've got a lot of good armor and all that, so they're not really getting damaged. I do want to do some terraforming over here. I may enclose this. But I got my throne room here, and the only way to get into the throne room is via a waystone. Okay, nobody's stuck back over here for some strange reason. What I've been thinking about doing is actually taking this and angling this and making a staggered wall here like this, but make it solid. That way they're not even going to worry about trying to break this down in the back. You know, just maybe basically make a 45-degree chamfer cut in the wall and just solid fill that in. That way, then I'll make the lava this way too. Or I bring this out and down and put in some sort of a section over here. Maybe more guardhouses. That's what I've been thinking about, is maybe I go put in like 6 or 8 guardhouses here and 6 or 8 guards houses over there, kind of create barracks. And then just have tons of guards, because they're the ones that have the highest hit points. But it's kind of like, well, I don't bring them along with me on the raids or on the excursions. I haven't had a need to do that except for the achievement. And I usually only bring my guards, the elder, and the pirate with me on raids. So, because the raiders, while they have glacial armor, once you're able to get to tungsten and glacial armor, even if you haven't made glacial armor, they'll start showing up in that. Like if I got my team outfitted in tungsten, they'll show up in glacial armor because it's 2 armor points better. And but I've not seen any of them with tiered armor. They're still just coming with demonic tungsten and glacial armor. So, which who knows? The devs could change that in going from early access 0.3 version to our 0.30 version to version 1.0, which is gonna happen this year, from what the devs have been saying, and it's probably gonna happen sooner than later. And there's gonna be a lot of changes from what they're saying. So it'll be interesting to see that. I'm glad I picked this back up after about version 21. When I saw, hey, version 30 or version 29's out and they've added a bunch of stuff, let's go look at it and see what all they did. I'm going to go ahead and take blueberries out, because we got plenty of blueberries as well. I'll leave all the fruit trees. Let's see, we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oops. Didn't want to do that. Let's put a blueberry bush back down there. Okay. Do the same thing over here. Just reduce that total food intake. Dump that into saplings. Yeah, I don't really need to send my miners or my anglers off for anything. Because I'm actually more interested in, well, with the tablets that I've got, all these other folks, I'll start, like, I kind of want to do the night steel. Yeah, I kind of like the night steel. That's a tier 5 Ivy set. We got that from, oh no, that was our first set we made, and we were learning how to, when excursions happened, when we first got to the excursions, we were like, oh, this is what upgrading it means and all that. And then we found out, oh, there's all this new, better armor. So, yeah, that's a set I'll never use. I could sell that. Actually, I need to disenchant this. There is a or not a disenchant. There's a, this is the upgrade station, but there is a downgrade station. Yeah, there's a salvage station. So you can salvage unwanted weapons, armor, and tablets into upgrade shards. So all those tier 1 shards or tablets ought to just go scrap them out or salvage them. The only thing is you only get about 10 shards from them. So it's like, okay, do I want to go do the excursion and get about 150 of each shard, or do I want to just scrap the tablet and get 10 shards? Right? But, man, when you've got 50 of these things, not going to be running that many excursions just at tier 1. Okay, I need to take a quick break, get up and walk around a little bit, get some water. So give me a couple, 3 minutes and I'll be back. Okay, back. Any signals of... Nope, no signals of a raid. Okay. Oh, let's see. What bosses did we... Lower level bosses do we still have? Oh, we got the... This guy all over the place. Got the Spider Queen, got the Ice Queen. And that's the Pest Warden. Okay. So let's go back here and check something. So we know we got him. We know we're missing Sage and Grit. So we're going to have to do some looting. Well, we don't have to loot. We could go make the Dragon Soul. That's right. Deep Swamp Cave is where the Pest Warden is. And we got everything of his. But Cryo... Yeah. Our Queen Spider, right? We got everything of hers, and then the Cryo Queen. We've got everything of hers, so... Oh yeah, I gotta go do that. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I got so many of these, it's just not even worth it. It is nighttime. I would not mind being raided. Come on, guys. Raid me, raid me. On these things. What would I get for a tablet? 500. Wow. Okay. It's a tier 1. Yeah, we'll just do that. Yeah, we only get 50 for these. I'll just sell that. I don't need those tablets. Yeah, then Swamp Deep Cave, Pest Warden, we've got everything. Okay, we don't need that massive amount of those things either. Oops. And I don't even use travel scrolls. Let's take those. Oops. I must have filled. Yeah, okay. When you see something highlighted like that in green, it's like, oh, hey, we put something there that you didn't have in there. So go look at it. Raspberry. Okay, come over here, talk to you, want to pawn some things. How much for the travel scrolls? Wow. 50 per? Or 5? No, yeah, 50 per. Wow, okay. Yep, we're going to be selling those in the future. That's a nice amount of cash money. Okay, and then... Where am I at on stone? I shouldn't be... Oh, yeah, but I've actually started getting into that. Here, logs, I'm probably well past this. And putting into my overflow. Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay. Overflow is full. This is a quick, usually 20,000. Boom. So all the more reason you want to keep your settlers and folks, you know, farming and collecting resources and all of that. Now, I wish you could do mining just kind of standalone. I don't need these different types. Birch. Yeah, I was keeping different types because of the achievement award. Making sure I had each piece of armor that I needed or furniture I needed, things like that. Okay, we'll sell that. I've got to keep some amount. But you can see simply there, just by having them farm the forest, you know, you fill him up And if these were all full, 500 each, you get 20,000 right there, right? So quick and easy, I went from 600 and some odd, right, up to 782 right there. And granted, you know, it'll take a while for the folks to go get stuff, but yeah, because I don't have a forest. I don't have a forest set up out here. But with the cash crop farm, I could easily set up a forest here. So, hey there, Skay. Yeah, I've looked at that, but I'm running a few mods here. They're more quality of life mods, right? I've got the ore one where, you know, you hit one piece of ore and all the ones tied to it, boom, they come out. But I kind of like the challenge of the having the logs here, or having the normal stack, and then having the, you know, a few extras to do the holdover, and then just kind of do the management, right? So it's kind of what I do with the food, but nobody wants to buy the food. The pawnbroker will, but because he'll sell anything or buy anything. He's leaving. Okay. But yeah, that's one I'm looking at. Potentially getting that mod. But then it's kind of like, what are you going to do with all of it? You know? Yeah, I've got the merchant mod. Well, I've got the one that does the merchant chest. So that's this guy, the purple chest. So this just clicks things off one at a time, and sells them. And there is one there's a mod that like lets the blacksmith only buys and sells iron tools and iron bars. There is a mod out there that lets you have the blacksmith buy and sell all the bars, right? But I don't think that's active for version 30. Yeah. The only time I think I need a second one of these is when I fill this sucker up with seeds. So, but earlier, I don't know if you were here, but earlier I just went in, and where I have a double row of everything, I just went in here and I got so much food, I just took one row out of everything. So I'm kind of scaling back with my settlement on, you know, overproducing, because I'm sitting here at 783K. Yeah, I think it's shop mod that is the one that makes sure settlers and the villagers all be able to buy or sell more. So the alchemist will buy or sell more, and the blacksmith, and all of them. But I hadn't gotten that yet. Because you can always kind of like let it build up and then wait for a pawnbroker to come. But the reason I like this one is like, well, it's basically doing the same thing as the pawnbroker. The pawnbroker will buy anything you give to him, and the merchant chest here will do it. It's just a matter of, I don't have to worry about it. Right, yeah. But to that end, I have discovered everything in this game. I have obtained all possible items in this game. I completed that maybe a week ago, or a week and a half ago. It was a few episodes back, because I haven't been able to stream for about a week. But yeah, when I was first playing the game, and I had stopped playing it about a year ago, they were on maybe version 21. This was only about 700 items in the game. But all the things they've added bumped that up to 1,469. And so for 3 or 4 streams, that's what my focus was. And one of those is this gap. They put this landscaping station in. There's almost 250, or I think it's almost 200 items alone that you can make in this thing. So, yeah, and I purposely did not load any of those mods that you're talking about. There's like the ranged arsenal, and I like range. There's the ranged arsenal, which adds more bullets, more weapons. And I'm like, wait a minute. If I go add those things, and if I go add saves, Euphoria mod, and the New Worlds mod that's tied to that, it's going to add so much stuff. When am I ever going to complete that achievement? So I purposely said, nope, I'm not loading any more mods, especially mods that add stuff, until I complete this achievement. And so now I'm going to go back and add some of those mods that you're talking about. But I still have 2 achievements. I've got this one about, because I've never used traps in all the games I've ever played. So I know this is simple, kinda, but I need to go kill a raider with a trap. And literally, I've been waiting here all day to get raided. And then this one, I have to be able to defeat the fallen wizard, but it's got to be while 5 of his big winged fallen dragons are alive. So that's a timing thing. You just got to be able to kill it right when he's got, you know, those 4 or 5 things out there. Yeah, the kicker is, though, since I've got it, right, since I've done the complete collector now, it doesn't matter how many things they add. I think the next mod I go add, it may say there's 1,400 and some odd, but it shouldn't be able to take the achievement away from me. So I'm going to go find a mod and I'm going to go add it. And that number might go up, but I've got the achievement. So, okay. Well, that would stink. But I'll do that. So yeah, I'll go find one and say, what are you going to add? Like, there was one that was going to add tools, and it was going to add like 15 tools. So I'll go find one that just is not going to add many things, and I'll wait and see what it when I add it. I'll go see, okay, did you take it away from me? But I'll kind of be a little mad if they do. Why is that flower growing there? Go away, flower. I don't need no flowers on my railroad track. Let's see, nobody's stuck over here again, are they? No. Okay. Had a miner and explorer get stuck over there over. Honestly, it kind of depends on what you're going to do, right? I used to do farms that were 5x5, and that's what this is over here. These are 5x5, but these are the cash crop farms. These are the items that your alchemist and your farmer will buy from you. So I do 3 sunflowers, I do 3 of the fire moans, I do 3 of the wheat. I don't have as many sunflowers. I've got the ice blossoms here, and I've got the cave glows. So with these, it's more than enough to get a bunch of gold. And then for the inside stuff, basically I just did these sections here, and I was making them either 7 or 8 by 2. So it's like 14 to 16. It's like, well, I'm going to plant beets here, and then I planted beets here, then I planted mushrooms here. And then I planted whatever these are, strawberries, right? So I got 14 strawberries, 14 mushrooms, 14 beets, sugar beets. Basically, I ring the perimeter of my settlement with one of each. Now here's the cave glow. I could take those out, but I didn't need to. Oh, there's one that I need to take out. I didn't think I got that right. But I've only got, 18 settlers. And I've got my pooling boxes to where it's a maximum of 2 stacks each of any item. And all of the, you can see I've got tons of fish, tons of food. There's so much food here. I don't need every single item to be 5x5 and all of that. There's so much food here, it's ridiculous. And then here's the freezer of cooked food. There's plenty of food for them. So it's obviously how big's your settlement size, right, to how much food you're going to need. And in this stage of the game, for coin, you pretty much need the coin to enchant everything. For lava, all you have to do for lava is craft a bucket, which, yeah, so you just craft a bucket, and then you go down into your lower, any of the caves that have lava, right? You can just come down here, like this is the typical lower cave. I built myself a vault here. This used to be a lava pit right here. So this was lava here, and so you take that bucket, and it's just like grabbing water in the early game. You take an empty bucket, you fill it up with water, and then you take it back to where you need it. So I made 30 buckets. Yeah, I think I made 30 buckets and brought them all down to here. Got this one out, and then just ran around here and found all of the spots where there was lava. And yeah, it may not have been up here. It may have been down here, but basically I just got all the lava I needed from this cave down here. That was a failed experiment here that I did, but yeah, there was lava there. Yeah, there's lava there. You can see here, that whole thing is lava, but I didn't need any more here. So yeah, so I was running down here, grabbing this lava and coming back up. And then once you get it, it's just like when you're terraforming with water. Yeah. Yeah, so if I go, let's see. So like here, you can get, one of the rewards you get, is the, which you should have, is the infinite water bucket. I don't think there's an infinite lava bucket. Well, I know there isn't because I've got everything in the game. I think there's a mod that lets you have an infinite lava bucket. But let's see. I don't know where my bucket is. Bucket. Who's got my bucket? Don't know. We'll do this. We'll build that bucket. Okay. And come on down here. Let's see. We'll go to the deeper cave. Should be lava right here. Yeah. Okay. So we come right over here. Take my bucket here. Come over here, set it over. Grab that. So now you see I've got lava. Well, now if I was outside, I can go say, well, I want that right here. So it's just like up on the island. Okay, I can move it right there. Right? Now it's an empty bucket, but I moved that lava over from there to there. And so literally that's all I did. I went into the lower cave. I should have come down here, but I went into the lower cave here with 30 buckets and then just hauled them up, filled them all up, and then hauled them up and did a ring all the way around the perimeter. So it was a lot of trips. So if they had an infinite lava bucket, that would have been great, right? It's like, oh, hey, infinite lava bucket, great. Just like infinite water bucket. Well, I used the infinite water bucket here when I terraformed this area and created this. I had a little spot here that was about this size that I was fishing, maybe bigger, but I basically went in here and terraformed it like this with the infinite water bucket. And I'm going to terraform the island. I've still got some ideas for around here, but I'm kind of in the mode of, I've just got a few more things I want to finish out here. I want to get all the excursions. I've killed tier 5 of the sun and the moon. I want to kill the tier 5 pest warden, the tier 5 cryo queen, the tier 5 sage and grit, right? Basically say, okay, I've done it. And that was before I realized, wait a minute, you can actually upgrade tier 5 tablets to tier 6 and probably go even higher, because what never made sense to me was, I'm like, well, you can't go higher on your armor, right? If I take my tier 5 glaive, I can't upgrade it. It can't be upgraded any farther. It's tier 5. But if you put a tablet in there, I can upgrade this to at least tier 6. I don't know how high you can go. I haven't looked it up, but I just found out that today. I took a tier 5 because the thing says, hey, it can be upgraded. It even says it on a tier 5. So I put it in the upgrade station. It would cost 125 shards to upgrade from a tier 5 to a tier 6. So I know I need to go get enough upgrade shards and take a tier 5 and see just how high can I upgrade it. Maybe it'll go to 10, maybe it'll go higher. But I don't want to Google it and find out. I like to explore and find it out on my own, right? So, but I used almost all my upgrade shards because one of the achievements was having to get your entire settlement, or getting 10 members, have 10 settlers in your adventure party with full tier 5 armor and tier 5 weapon. I used almost 7,000 shards to do that, of the upgrade shards, which is why I only have about 389. So let's go put you here. I took all my shards out because I've got two tablet boxes, and I just didn't want to have more. And what is missing there? Something used to be there. Uh-oh. Huh. I don't know. Oh, I used to have one of my guns there. That's right. But I kind of quit using the gun. I used to keep the Death Ripper there. But comparing the Death Ripper to the Bow of Dualism, this actually has better range, or better damage per second by about 400. Eat my blueberries. I even changed raids up to often. Nothing has come to attack me. I want to raid just so I can see, is this even going to make an inkling of a damage? But since I've never done raids, I basically just took all the traps that I had, or most of them, the better ones, stuck them in here, and so if I get a raid, I'm going to go knock this wall down, knock that wall down, fill that void, and then they should try to come in here. And then I'm going to hold back and not even have my settlement come out and help me. I'm going to hold back right here and just sit there and fight here, hopefully letting one or two get ganged up here and killed by these things. But I don't have them since to say, like, re-trigger and fire every single time. So, but like I said, I've never dealt with traps, never used them, so, but it's one of the achievements. Nothing there. That's just working, crunching out seeds. I don't need any fertilizer. Got all that spoiled food. And that's the thing, right? I've got food in almost all of these. Well, all but like 3 of them. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4,000 spoiled food just because I can't use it fast enough. So yeah, sure, I should have, that's where the bigger stacks would come in, but the big stacks don't help on food, I think, right? Because this is the cooling box that they've added. This is the deep freezer, which is a mod. But I don't know if the bigger stacks, I guess it could work in here, because this is a version of the game. Okay. I don't know if it would work with this mod. I think it would. Yeah. So that would make sense here, because the cooling box was input into the game by the developers. But since this is a mod, you would think it would, because it should use the same, coding and all that to say, oh, if that's what it does, then yeah, this is just a bigger thing, bigger than the cooling box. So, okay. But again, that's just, man, that's so much. And it's like, not like you need all the gold, right? I mean, like I said, you pretty much just need it to do enchanting. Which, that's one thing. I have not enchanted my settler's armor yet, and that's something I do want to do. So, on my guards, I'm going to put, like, better damage for them, but on the regular settlers, I'm going to do, like, faster speed. Because I normally don't call them into battle. And so if they're having to fight in the settlement, I want them to be able to be fast. So yeah, and the glacial boots give you the 20% movement speed. And so here, since this is tier 5, right, when I give them plus 10 movement speed, they'll get plus 20 because it doubles the the enchantment. But I'll still add movement speed on top of these. I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. So, but that's one reason why I've got, this 784K. Like I say, about the only thing you need it for now is enchanting stuff. Because I spent almost 70K enchanting this set of Dawn Armor helmet and all these trinkets, putting max resilience on everything here to build up my resilience. I spent, earlier in the stream, I think I spent 70K just to get to that point, or to enchant all of these with the tough enchantment. Yeah, but yeah, definitely going to go look for a mod that's just a simple mod that adds about 5 things. And I'll go see if that achievement gets taken away from me or added. Nah, they've got crops, right? You know, all the plants have or have flowers, you know. Apple trees and coconut trees, they all have flowers, so I don't need flowers in my settlement. That's how I look at that. So I let my bees hang out here in the I've got one bee thing over here, so they're gonna go bother the pigs over here, but then they like to come over here and over here. So, oh, the flowers. No, it's not like they really go to those flowers, right? It's not like they have to go to them. It's just kind of random. They just go kind of anywhere, and then they'll go back to the hive. So it's not like, oh, I see plants over here. That's where we're all gonna go. They go all over. It'd be nice if the devs kind of said, you know, hey, let's make this change. You have to have flowers, or they have to go to your plants and help pollinate the plants. Yeah, they'll collect the honey. The honey is just like farming. So, so right here, there's no honey in here because my farmer has already collected this honey. And usually when I try to go milk the cows over here, or not the farmer, the animal keeper's already milked them. So if there's no milk because I don't have a lot of milk, and they'll make cheese or all the other things, the animal handler will milk the cows. And so if I needed something special and I didn't have milk, I'd go outside and find some of the cows that are out here, and I'd milk those cows, and then come back here and make like the dessert pancakes. But yeah, it's all back to when you set your priorities. If you've got anybody farming, they can collect honey. Animal keeper, though, is the only one that'll do the husbandry, right? So they're the only ones that'll take care of the animals. But I think the honey, actually, it looks like she just grabbed some honey because she just went in there and stopped. Nah, she was getting a seed or something. Okay. But basically anybody that can do farming, or just general collecting, but I think it's the farming here. So anybody that I've got here that's able to do farming can collect the honey from the beehives. Because I think I've maybe picked up 20 or 30 honey, and I got 250 right here. Got 129 there, 250 here. So they're grabbing all that honey. But I do like to limit, I just have my the animal keeper. I'm just going to max you out on husbandry and just say you don't need to do anything else. Just normal priority here, but your top priority is that. Same with my farmer. I've got him farming and fertilizing, and I'm like, don't worry about anything else. I've got my mage crafting stuff. Got the hunter hunting, right? The angler. Yeah, you should be up. Forgot about you when I added you later. And then most everybody else I've got just, put a little bit more here, a little bit more there, right? But otherwise, just do it all normal. And then the guards, they can only haul anyway, so just tell, yeah, your top priority is this. So. And still no raids today. Come on, guys. All right. Yeah, but, you know, you plant one flower out here, next thing you know, this whole thing's going to be covered with flowers. They should have more called them weeds. Pawnbroker. Ah, okay. Let's just take all this, because you're going to buy that. Then I don't have to let that all count down. Because you get the same amount from this thing as you do from a pawnbroker, so. Now that's emptied out, cleaned out, done and done. Now the other thing is, I had some tough scrolls. That was the other thing I was going to do. I haven't been getting many scrolls here. Which ones? It's these. Health, regen, movement speed, 4%. So I've got one nimble that I could put onto the speed for the settlers. Otherwise, it's just going to spend money to enchant. So, yeah, I know, but, you know, again, I got 787,000. It's, you know, it's so easy for me to just say, I'll go plant a forest and let them fill that log box up, and selling it as 40,000, right? But they're doing all of the work for you, right? So, yeah, I don't put the gain, I put the resilience. So I put the max resilience on all of my stuff. So like on my crystal, I've got the manica. I still need to get a couple of van braces here on these to make the manica, because you get resilience gain here, and then all the others I put resilience on, and then I run this because it turns half your health into resilience. And then you get double your resilience here. So you get really high resilience because your weapons, like here, I get 3 resilience back with each hit, right? I get 0.8 here, but you can hit so fast with this thing that your weapons can give you the resilience gain if you're not taking massive hits, right? So I just like to build up the max resilience, and then when I get hit, it's just taken from this, and it's rare. I mean, with the tier 3, tier 4, tier 5 sun god or sun champion and moon champion, yeah, they can take you down pretty fast. And I definitely don't like this trinket. It fills you up like if you had gotten it drained, but as soon as you take one hit, all your resilience goes down. This one's kind of nice because it's like, oh, I'll just add 100% resilience when a boss is nearby. So I like that one. But once I got to this set of trinkets, I'm like, wow, yeah, I really like this set of trinkets with everything maxed out on resilience. For the crystal, and then for the dusk and the dawn, I'm basically mirror imaging that with 1 or 2 changes here or there. Because the dusk is my summon magic. Dawn is my melee and ranged, and my crystal I'm running basically melee and ranged. So. So are you at the excursions and running excursions and leveling up your armor and all that? I need to resort my trinkets because I got way too many of these stinking things. I need to wait till night and just go sort all my trinkets so I don't have these guys trying to move stuff around. Because I'm getting to the point where I'm, with all these excursions, I've been filling everything up. Pretty much got what I want to run as far as the trinkets, right? And just need some things, but I don't have them. So definitely don't need you guys because I don't like you. There. I don't need this cosmetic junk. And keep the mask. Yeah, I don't need this regular glacial either, because now I'm giving basically everybody the special. Don't need that. Definitely don't need that. Let's see. And you. I do have a ninja mark, okay. More arrows. Good night. Okay. I got so many duplicates, it's ridiculous. Hate it when that happens. Let's see. Cosmetic mount boots I don't need. Oh, that's for making stuff. Okay, training boots, don't need those. Don't need the witch boots. Let's just get rid of this cosmetic crap. Copper shield in there. Sand knife, that wasn't very good. Get rid of you. I don't need no stabby bush. I'm kind of like, watch, they'll release version 1, and a lot of this stuff I'm throwing away, it's like, oh man, you should have kept that. Granted, you can pretty much go grab anything nowadays or buy it since you've already obtained it once. I don't need that witch stuff either. Okay. So I don't want inventory management to become the game, right? But I used to build much bigger storage areas and inventory areas. I'd have 2 or 3 times this number of containers. So that's the one reason why I like the idea of the mod stack that you've been talking about, the 5,000, because it's like, well, then you don't need a place this big for, you know, 50 storage boxes. And then one of the mods out there has vaults. The only reason I don't like that one is because you scroll through the amount of spots you have for storage, right? It has far more than, oh, raiders, yes. It has far more than the 40. So, okay, we're going to come here. We're not going to call our guys. This is what I've been wanting to do. I'm just going to try this out. Oh, I got one extra there. Don't know why. Okay. So, raiders are coming from... Oh, good, the north. Good. Okay. Now, ideally, they're going to come from the north. They're going to see this big wall and say, yuck. Oh, here's an opening. We're going to come this way. But I have to get one to die from these traps. That's the main thing. I got mud in here to slow them down. And because they're wired, if you put a pressure plate here and a trap here, as soon as you wire this one and wire this one, it auto connects that. And what I didn't try was putting another one here and then wiring it with a different color wire, because you have 4 different color wires. I'm sure that would work, but I was using red wire on everything and it was auto connecting them. So when you triggered this one, none of these would trigger because they were all connected until the timer ran out. That sucked. So, but again, I've never played with them. Okay, so they're all going to come here and they're glacial. And I'm going to wait to see if I can just stop them here. Hopefully they won't try to just bang into here. If they do, then I'll just call all my settlers. Because right now, the settlers just defend this zone. Why this keeps doing this? It's irritating. So I've got them to where they defend here. So I want these guys, come on down. And I don't think this is going to work, but it was my first shot. Because I really didn't want to go build one of these mazes. But coming from the north, they shouldn't try to go all the way down here. They should just try to come here. But if they're not getting too damaged... They're getting some damage. You're seeing tower damage. Okay. Might have a shot here. Now I'm not... None of them are dying yet. Okay. I'm probably not even going to need my settlers. Come on. Now the defense towers might... that's the thing. The defense towers may... If they die here, the defense towers might not be allowed as part of this. That they died to traps. Wasn't thinking about that one. I may have to turn my... may have to turn the defense towers off during the next raid. But you can see they're closed. There's actually... Granted, the towers may have got some. Oh, I got it! It did. Okay, so even though the tower killed him, that tower killed that one last guy, and then the thing popped up. So I'm pretty sure that worked. Okay, raiders have gone home. Awesome. It worked. Simple and effective. I got mud down there to slow them down. The defense tower, which is a mod, seemed to be fine because it was taking them out. Then one died over here. And I know he got hit by the tower. But even without the tower, the first couple had taken quite a bit of damage. And I didn't even need my settlers. They got a nice little quiet sleep. They were all tucked away in bed, happy, dreaming, happy little thoughts, right? Awesome. Awesome. 42 of 43. So we just got to defeat the wizard with 5 fallen dragons. And that's just a timing thing. I got to be able to get him to the point where he's almost dead at the right time and he launches his 5 dragons, but all of them have to be alive on the screen. One more achievement to go before they probably add some more when they go to release 1.0. Okay, now. So see, they even though we're tiered armor, they're staying with just the regular stuff. And I don't need it anymore. So we'll just dump all this off into our magic merchant chest. And there we go. And the reason I blocked this off here, of course, is my settlers will turn and go this way, and they'll start setting off the traps because I don't have sensors up here. I was messing around with the sensors a couple of streams ago, and I couldn't figure it out. Every time I thought it was set to not shoot with my people, it was shooting with my people. It wasn't killing them, but I don't have those logic gates figured out, so I got to work on that. But awesome. I didn't even think about those towers until I started seeing them shoot as they got here, and I'm like, oh man, that's probably not going to count, but it did. That's good. Man, that looks nasty. My weeds growing, in that one bank of grass that you have here, because you can't have the lava right up against the wall. You can actually walk this way or walk right down here, and your settlers will walk into this lava if I didn't have this fence here. So that's why that fence is there. It basically keeps my settlers from walking into the lava, but it also keeps raiders. But if the raiders want to tear down a fence and then walk through the lava, well, have at it. More power to you. So, excellent. All right. I'm going to have to call it a stream here. It's been 3 hours. I need to get up and walk around and start doing that dinner thing for the folks and the family. So, appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate the chatting. Hit that follow button if you would. I'd appreciate it. Don't really care about subscribers. I'm not doing this for subscribers or for money, but I do want to have followers and kind of go from there. So, with that, hope everybody has a great night. Have a great day tomorrow. And check out my YouTube if you want to catch up on the previous streams. I've been putting those out there one a day. So about halfway through this series is up on my YouTube. So you can go out there and catch up on those, or on Twitch. There's still VODs out here on Twitch as well. They're in both places. I just dumped the whole VOD out there. Don't try to edit them down or anything. So, but yeah. So again, have a great day. Have a great night. I'll see you on the next stream, which should be tomorrow. Bye bye.